Bada boom, bada bang, bada bop. We are back today with a top 5 list. I'm giving you my 5 favorite shoes of the moment. I have not been 100% this week. I'm still racking and stacking mileage, but I'm doing slightly different videos so that I can get myself back up to 100% and so I can deliver these fully vigorous intros. Now, if you are looking for something fully vigorous, maybe a running shoe like the Pegasus. No, it's not the Pegasus. It should be a Pegasus, or maybe it should be an Invincible, like the Vomero Premium. You got to make sure you check out the Supwell app. The Supwell app is my app. It's the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace out there. It's also how a lot of people have been getting their hands on the Vomero Premiums early. Hobby joggers will get a shoe like this. Maybe it doesn't work for them. They put a few runs on it and they pass it along to another hobby jogger at a good deal, well below MSRP. We also have people who are scouts. They're Carbon County Bounty scouts who will find shoes like this on random websites or maybe at specialty running stores, buy them and pass them along to other people as well. So if you're interested in the culture of running shoes, or you're interested in getting a great deal on a running shoe, saving money, and being part of the best hobby jogger community out there, a group of people getting after it, stacking and racking mileage daily, get in with us and enjoy today's video. All right, man, second run of the day in the books. This is one of those weeks where I am just trying to make it through it. So that's my afternoon run, 4 miles. Let's get the stats real quick. 8:22 pace, 132 heart rate. Is super hot and humid out here again today. It's probably only 85 or something, but the humidity is just out of control. And I can actually feel that I'm adapted to it. I have meetings yeah, I could feel that I'm getting slightly more adapted again to the heat, but I'm still fighting off some sort of sickness, COVID situation or whatever it is. So today, just, fighting to get the mileage. I actually got 10 this morning, 4 this afternoon. This is my down day. I'm still chugging toward another 100-mile week. My legs actually don't feel as bad as I thought from the workout yesterday. My calves are torched, but wasn't feeling too bad. So I thought today I'd just do a top 5 shoes right now, give you my current favorites. This is what I did both of my runs in today. Vomero Premium. This is my max cushion default right now. And I got a few others that I want to walk you through. I haven't done one of these top 5 shoes in a bit. So why don't we hit the mailbox and we can deliver the list. Top 5 shoes of the moment, 5 favorite shoes right now. And you got to remember, these lists are heavily biased on purpose when I do these towards recent releases. You ever heard of recency bias? It means you're favoring the things that just happened. That's the entire point of this list. I want to do it to highlight not my favorite shoes of all time, but the best recent releases. We have the power rankings, which are more so meant to highlight the most used shoes in general of the moment. We're putting up the race shoe power ranking, I think, today on the Instagram. The Alpha Fly is still on there, even though it came out 2 years ago, right? So Alpha Fly is not on this list. This list is intended to be the shoes of the current batch, which I'm enjoying the most, or I'm most excited to run in. So it's not scientific, it's just which ones are putting a smile on my face when I pull from. So let's kick it off with this. This is not in any sort of order. I'll just tell you what I'm using them all for. So this is the Vomero Premium. This has become my default recovery running shoe. I definitely like this more than the Vomero Plus, and it's just nice when I have a shoe like this because I test so many things, right? And I have held on to the 100-mile review as a pillar of one of the things I do on this channel because people like to see me struggle up for 100 miles on a shoe, even if it's a random shoe, right? But when I have a shoe like this that not only people are interested in, but that I'm excited to run in, and that could just be a default. It doesn't have to be, oh, what should I run in this afternoon? I'm done filming for the morning. Is there something out there? Should I run in the Evo SL? No, I can just default to this as that max cushion pick. I thought she was gonna yell mileage or something. So yeah, as that default or fallback, this has been really enjoyable. And what's been coming to mind for me with the Vomero Premium is there's a Freddie Gibbs song. It's not on his recent album, it was 2 albums ago. I think it's called You Only Live Twice, You Only Die. It has a green album cover, and he's talking about, and pardon my language, things being stupid. He says, net game, stupid, wrist game, stupid, and then there's this skit with the devil in there saying brothers, and I'm paraphrasing here, he doesn't say brothers, he says brothers love stupid things. Right, people love stupid cars that go stupid fast. We love stupid jewelry. We love all the stupid stuff. This shoe is so stupid, but it's so enjoyable. Again, pardon my language, but that is really the word that keeps coming to my mind. This is not an intelligent product. There's nothing about it that we need, but it's so fun and it's so silly. It's so outlandish. 55 millimeters of stack, and the cool part of it, and what I do think that brands can take away from it is, can we use materials other than a plastic plate or a metal plate to stabilize a tall stack of squishy foam? Now, there are rumors that Topo is actually going to use a flax plate in one of their race shoes. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but this is basically what Nike has done. They have used these AirPods in here instead of a plastic plate to stabilize the shoe. So it very much reminds me of the Mizuno Neo Vista 2 from earlier in this year. I was using that as a high mileage default shoe, so just racking mileage on it up until 100 miles. That one I think is probably still my favorite this year when it comes to the max cushion. And that's just also so much lighter than this. That was under 300 grams. This is 360 grams. So again, just an absolutely ridiculous shoe, but it is one of my favorites right now for just going out there and running mileage and not worrying about the pace. It's got an enjoyable, bouncy, fluffy, cushiony ride, and it doesn't get too soft or squishy. And the more power you put down into it, the more bounce you're gonna get. I'm not saying it's a fast shoe. It's definitely not a fast shoe, but just the bigger you are, the more bouncy this will feel just with your natural stride. So Vomero Premium, I'll have the 100-mile review coming soon with more thoughts on it. But yeah, this is one that I've enjoyed recently and am enjoying for high mileage training. All right, next up, you're not gonna be surprised. Again, this is not a ranking. I'm just pulling for these as they come here. Asics Megablast OG. This is my favorite for daily miles, for getting out there, pushing the pace some. I actually used it this week for a 10-mile run on, what was it, Tuesday at a 6:40 pace, and I was running most of those miles around, I think the average was 6:41, and I was clipping off the last 9. Very smooth between 6:30 and 6:40. So this is a fast daily trainer. It's light, it's bouncy, and it's so funny to compare these two shoes, just the different design philosophies. It's like Asics says, how can we build the most refined, simple, elegant piece of running machinery? And then Nike just says, more. Let's just stuff more foam. So this is 360 grams. This is something like 250 grams. They're just totally different design philosophies. Both are really fun shoes though. This is definitely the speed-oriented one. The Vomero Premium is the comfort-oriented one. Neither of them are totally necessary. They are both excessive, not in a bad way, in a good way. This is excessively fast and bouncy and probably overkill for what most people need for a daily trainer. But if you do want something that's fast and fun and highly capable of doing a bunch of different type of runs, that is the Megablast here. That's what I've liked about this the most, just the capability to come out here, throw down a morning 10-miler. I know I can pick up the pace if I want to. I can also hang back slightly if I want to. It's definitely not as comfortable as this, but I could run 730s or 8 flats if I want to, and then throwing down strides or even impromptu workouts, it's an absolute banger. So Megablast, this is probably my favorite shoe of the year. Not even probably, this is definitely my favorite shoe of the year, and it's up there for favorite running shoe of all time. I don't know if I'll say personal favorite running shoe of all time, because there's other shoes that I have more of a sentimental connection to, or that were just there for me during different periods of training. But this is, I think, the best, objectively, as objective as we can be, the best running shoe of all time, Asics Megablast. So next up, let's go for another favorite of the year. Not a new shoe. This is the oldest shoe on this list here. This is the Salomon Aero Glide 3, aka Aero Goat 3, actually the Grvl edition. So this is one that re-entered the rotation for me. I took it on my trip when we went to the North Carolina mountains, and I took it on my trip when we went to the Berkshires, And then I did every single run in the Berkshires in this shoe. I also had the Nimbus 27 TR, which I almost put on this list because that is my favorite casual shoe right now, but maybe I'll just make a different casual shoe list. And I had the Megablast on that trip with me, and I didn't even run in the Megablast at all. But that's the thing with the Megablast versus a more standard daily trainer like the Aero Go. If you're at a corporate retreat, you're really gonna pop out in the Megablast and just be ripping 630s. I don't know. So this is slightly, or not even slightly, a lot more comfortable than something like the Megablast, or just more comfort oriented. And the optimal pace for it for me is more 730 to 830 versus optimal pace for the Megablast is 630 to 730. Of course, it's gonna vary depending on foot strike and etc. But just for me personally, we could think of those as the ranges that work best. So slightly more relaxed shoe. If we wanted to rank these three or order them in terms of fastest to slowest, you'd have slowest Vomero Premium, best for recovery running. You'd have the Aero Goat here, just normal. You can do recovery runs in it. You can also do some pace pickup. And then Megablast, the shoe when you want to blast and hammer. And this would be a great three shoe non-plated rotation right here. And it doesn't even need to be these exact shoes, but something like this could be the Nimbus. The Aero Goat here could be the Nova Blast, and the Megablast could be something like the SL2. I don't know, just the types of shoes that they are. The other reason I've liked this is because of the outsole here. And when I was in the Berkshires, I was going on gravel paths. When I was in the Carolina mountains, there are also some paths. So really cool shoe. You have the gravel outsole, and it doesn't feel like it's a trail shoe or anything. You still have good flexibility. It's not too hard of a rubber compound, but it just gives you some more grip if you're going over any uneven terrain or rocks or dirt, anything like that. Then the upper is comfortable. I do have to say, I think something with the toe box was messing with me on this pair that wasn't happening with the other pair. It just has a slightly shallower fit, and it's almost like my feet were bumping up against the edge versus the standard one. That was super forgiving. But the ride of this, comfortable, bouncy, is great for landing on the back. Some people think it's too firm for the front. I don't know. I guess if you land right on this rubber piece, it's not going to be great, but truly an excellent daily trainer. And the thing with a shoe like this, and why I personally love it so much, is because it's lightweight, but you can still go long and have it be comfortable. So I did a 14-mile run in the Berkshires in this thing at something like a 750 pace, right? So because it's so light and the foam packs a punch, it is a really capable shoe for doing a bunch of different types of running, which is why it's one of my top picks if you need a travel shoe. And it's one of the oldest shoes here, but and it's one of the oldest shoes on this list, but still is one of my favorites. So with that, let us go to the race shoes. I pulled 2 race shoes, which are my current favorites. I'll give you my first one here. This is probably my favorite race shoe of the year. Puma Fast-R 3, fast, aggressive, has this firmer feel. It's almost like the plate is the central feature of the shoe. I was describing running this shoe last night to Charlie, and I was saying it is just all plate, because I was feeling so beat up and so torn up from running this shoe. It really does kick my behind. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the full marathon goes. Dude, I told you, I'm just trying to make it through. I still got 14 today. That's the crazy thing. I'm not in peak shoe tubing shape. Yeah, it's a super aggressive shoe, man. The plate protrudes on the front, but it is really fast. I hit 8 miles at marathon pace in this yesterday. I wanted to go longer. I wanted to hit something like 16. That was my goal in my head, but I just was not feeling it. I mean, as you can probably hear in my voice, today I am not in 100% shape. And I think it's also what I was realizing about yesterday. It was so many different factors. It was the heat. I wasn't feeling 100% mentally, and then it was the heat. I wasn't feeling 100% mentally, and as I got deeper into that run, it was just hard to focus. Some of these sicknesses, they just get so groggy. I think in this video I've had to stop and record again 2 or 3 times because I'm forgetting what I'm saying. Anyway, Puma Fast-R 3, favorite race shoe right now. It also sold out in that orange colorway immediately. I couldn't even get my hands on a pair. Grant told me though that if you've seen this like tie-dye cotton candy sort of colorway, I forget exactly what they're calling it, but it's super bright. He told me that's allegedly releasing September 30th. So I'm really gonna try to get my hands on a pair. I do have a backup pair in this color, which I will pass along to somebody else or return if I can get that one. It would be nice to get a different colorway, just because this one reminds me of training now. I want another colorway for race day. So I might have to put a bounty out on that cotton candy colorway and a size 10.5 when it drops, because I really don't want to miss out. So yeah, the hype of this is not just hype, is what I'm trying to say, because a lot of these shoes, they keep selling out. Pegasus Premium, for example, it represents exactly what I'm talking about. The first 3 or 4 colorways or 2 or 3 colorways would sell out immediately. Now you can get that shoe anywhere, right? So this has outlived the hype cycle and it's continuing to sell out because it actually does perform and the word is spreading, and it's one of the best products of the gosh dang year. So Puma Fast-R 3. All right, last one. Another race shoe, but all the way, oh my gosh, it's bright, all the way on the other end of the spectrum, the Asics Metaspeed Ray, same price, $300. This is a lighter weight shoe than the Fast-R 3. This comes in around 140 grams in my size, and it has a much different feel. So in the front here, it actually does not have a plate. So these two are opposite. The Fast-R 3 is all plate, it's firm, it's aggressive. And the Metaspeed Ray, there's no plate in the front. It's softer, it's bouncier, it's friendlier. It has this nice, fluffy, approachable feel. Now, neither of these are relaxed shoes or you're gonna wanna take them out for a nice 3-hour chill long run or a 4-hour marathon attempt or anything like that. But two different shoes, both offering a fast ride, that are opposite ends of the spectrum. You have the soft one, you have the soft and forgiving one, you have the fast and aggressive one. So it's been cool to have another really fast option in the arsenal here that's giving me a different feel than the Fast-R 3 here. So I've done 2 workouts with this recently. I did 1,200 meter repeats at a 5K pace, or maybe even a faster, it was around a 5 flat. And then I did I think it was a 22-mile long run with 6 miles at marathon pace. I think I actually pushed it close to threshold pace for some of those in this. So a very fast shoe. I like that it doesn't beat me up as much. So that's the thing with the plate, the carbon, and the stiffness of the Fast-R 3, just very aggressive, man. I wasn't feeling like my calves and everything were getting as worked and like I was just taking as much of a beating in this. So I don't know, I would like to get 1 or 2 more workouts in this before the marathon. Probably only 1 workout because I've just been leaning on the Fast-R 3. That's what I'm gonna race in. I just want to develop the strength with that. But yeah, I think yesterday's workout with this is also making me questioning, dude, can I go the full 26-2 without getting a calf cramp or something? Because today my calves are smoked from this thing today, and that was only 8 miles straight. So yeah, I don't know. Life is a grand experiment. Running is a grand experiment. And I think the folks at Asics were also doing grand experiments to drop this banger. So there you go. Those are my top 5 favorites right now. Mix of max cushion, daily trainers, race day shoes. Let me know what your favorites are. Let me know also which one of these you want to try. And I'll be back tomorrow with another video. I also want to say thank you to everyone who's just been rocking with it and supporting. Yeah, this week has been tough. I know this is not a usual video or video length, and the video yesterday was also shorter. A lot of my videos this week, I'm honestly just trying to make it through it. So I appreciate everybody who understands that. Hopefully I'll be back to 100% soon. Yeah, I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. My peak week, that's his down week. All this mileage getting smacked like a round cheek. Still getting mileage, man. Nothing stops the mileage train. Nothing. Gotta take a L on the YouTube videos for a week. I apologize to the daily people. I don't even know if it's apologize or thank you for understanding. We'll be back. We will be back. It's just, I'm just making it through it, man.